What we are living inside of, however you want to perceive the reality of what we are inside of, it's based around information. It's based around an informational field of individual to the collective data. All of this data is being recorded. Why is this data being recorded? It's to understand how life functions from all of the possible outcomes and experiences, which is eternal. There is no limit to it. It's forever. So all of the data and all of the information that is being transpired and also transcribed is being put into a vault for more reflection. Okay, cool. We can do that for ourselves. All of our experiences, all of the things that we have been through is a vault within the self. That reflection of going into the self of this vault is going to give us the ability to see through the bullshit, to see through the patterns, to understand why such things have taken place within our lives and why we're able to get out of certain situations when you are reflecting upon what this vault is holding within yourself. If we do not do the reflection of the data field of the vault that lives within us, you're not going to move forward. You're not going to expand. You're not going to become your full self because you're missing out on revision. If you're going to put a paper in for whatever your paper is for, revision must take place. If you do not revise, reflect, you will not find the errors. You will not find the, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. Ooh, maybe I could have gone this way with it. It's the reflection that gives us the refining of the soul, of the mind, of the body. When we reflect enough, we come down to the perfect paper that we want to hand in for a graded assignment. But that's just one paper. That's one paper that's been recorded within this data mind vault within the self. There is infinite amount of papers that must be written. There is infinite amount of papers that must be revised, reflected on. If you do not do the reflection, you will never become who you're supposed to be. Everything is here for us to understand. Everything that's here is here for us to understand. If you do not want to reflect, revise, and seek for what you are trying to find in these understandings, you will not be brought to the understandings of what you are trying to find. We must be willing to sit down and look at who we are, what we've been through, things that we have gone through, everything that we have done inside of this life. Because once you start doing that, your previous incarnations of who you were is also being shown to you through the reflected state. The memories, the experiences that you have gone through in this and previous lives is all recorded. It's a huge data field. It's a huge data field of information that lives in all places. It lives in all places because this entire thing, in my eyes, is a construct or a simulation. So if this whole thing is a construct or a simulation, all of everything that has ever transpired in all of history, what we've called history, is being transcribed. It's being put into the system. So that means that the system is there and it is housing all that has transpired. That means we have the ability to go into that informational field and extract the informational field that sits inside of the simulation. But how do we get to there? How do we get to that point? Well, you have to refine yourself. You have to reflect on the self. You have to deduce as much as you can within yourself to get there. That is a major key to become whole. That is a major key to become your higher self. We are not taught this. We are not taught how to reflect. We are not taught to go back into our experiences and to revise and to change how we once perceived whatever the experience it was. If we do not revise, if we do not reflect, do not expect to become whole. It takes patience. It takes time to get there. But do not set the timetable for where you are supposed to be at any junction in time. You are meant to give yourself the grace and the space to become whole at the desired time that God and your higher self is looking for you to become whole and healed. There is no wrong time to this equation. As long as you are in the pursuit of reflection, revising, you will become whole. You will become healed. It's a part of the actions that you are doing that is going to provide back to you for what you are trying to become. Be ready for anything to come your way. Be prepared to do what is needed when these events come to you. Act with morals. Act with ethics. And if there is one thing to follow in all of these things, do to others as you want done to yourself. When you have that thought inside of your mind, when you are performing whatever the experience is in front of you, when you act as you want something done to yourself, as you want done to others, whatever the fuck the saying is, you start to act in this accordingly way of peace, of honor, compassion, because isn't that what you would want done to you? Having that in you as your motive to live through life gives you this ability to overcome the darkness, to overcome the struggles that are trying to stop you, to overcome things that do not want you to become that whole and healed version of yourself. It's within the simulation does not want you to exit out of it. It wants you to stay inside because you are a data field. You are data for the simulation to continuously learn from. So if you start to understand that the simulation wants to keep you contained inside of the simulation, and the simulation wants to continuously feed off of your informational field, you must be prepared for many things to come at you. Mind, body, soul. Each aspect of the self will be brought to challenges by the simulation to keep you contained inside of the simulation. And when you comprehend that this is part of the process to get out of the simulation, you no longer see these challenges. You no longer see these obstacles as obstacles. You catch yourself in awareness of, this is bringing me to where I'm supposed to be going. This is bringing me to wholeness. This is bringing me to become healed. That's how we get there. That's how we exit out of this motherfucker. So when challenges are being brought to you, know those challenges are there to keep you contained. but observe them from the opposite perspective, that it's actually going to liberate